soirée, bon appétit! Oh my gosh. Tonight I'm making Pommes Anna. So it's potatoes at Anna's. Oh my gosh. And there's such a story behind that. So, two stories behind this. So, Anna, this dish was named after Napoleon III, who was the next monarch in France, and he had a prostitute called Anna, and this was named after her. So, yeah, this is a good dish. Now, the only other controversy is that I am going against Julia Childs. Yes, yes. Julia Childs. I'm totally going against her. She does it in a pan, which that's not the way I learned. And my time spent in the south of France, you use a baking dish. You can use a tin, you can use whatever, but this is a much easier method to use. So, sorry Julia, I'm going against you. Also, another way I'm going against her, and you know, and going against the way I learned in France, because in France they just use thyme, potatoes, salt, pepper, clarified butter, but I add a little tarragon into it, and that's a Steve thing. So you can try that, or not. Another way you can do this is, instead of using clarified butter, you can use duck fat, which I do all the time, which is wonderful as well. Duck fat goes so well with potatoes. So anyways, I hope you watch this video, because this is a classic, and you know what? It is a classic that's been around since Napoleon III. So this recipe has lasted. It's got to be good. And trust me, it's good. The outer side tastes like, almost like a potato chip, and the inside's creamy. Oh God, so lovely. So, watch this video. So, I peeled my potatoes, and I removed the leaves from my thyme. I thought maybe I should show you guys how to do that. So, there's the broken stem. So you go from the broken stem and go across like that, or you can pull it from the other side. If they're really thin, it's just going to break off, which is fine. A little stem is fine, but always go like that. There you go. Now the tarragon, same thing. Here's the broken stem, and I'm going to pull it across like that and drop it. Pull and drop. Oh. And we're just going to put that there. Okay. Now I'm going to take all my stems, and I'm not going to keep those because, you know, it's okay to keep stems to put in cavities, you know, of different things, but anyways. So now I'm going to move that away, save my time. Excuse me. Yeah, my time. No, my tarragon. Alright, so the classic dish, you would not use tarragon. So get your mandolin, and you're going to adjust this, and it's going to need to be quite thin, about 1/8 of an inch. So I look at it this way. By the way, you don't have one of these? They're wonderful. They're so easy to use. I have a video on how to use it, so refer to that, but real quickly you just adjust it, and we're just going to use the guard and go across like that. And after a couple slices, you might go, oh, that's a little too thin, which There we go. And let's try it now. Yeah, that's exactly right. You see how easy that is? I can just go boom, 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 boom. Boom. Now the wonderful thing about this is that they're all evenly cut. Okay, so I'm going to throw this to the side. And I got my potatoes. Now, don't even think about putting your potatoes in that pan of yours, because we got to dry them out. Do not put them in water. So to do this, you're going to lay them. And yes, I know this is a little bit of work. Not really. But listen, if Napoleon III's prostitute thought it was delicious, and Napoleon III thought it was so amazing that he had to name it after her, maybe it's worth a little, a little time to do this. And this dish has survived all that time. So we're just going to lay this. You can use paper towels. I like using a kitchen towel because, you know, I'm just like a little conscious about wasting too many natural resources. You know, I'm kind of weird about that. I just tried my best help out the next generation. But anyways, so I'm going to lay this like that. Boom, boom. And you know what? Paper towels are just easier. Kitchen towels are just much easier to use. So then what I do is I get another one. And the point of this is you want to dry it out. And it's not difficult. A little time consuming. And I'll edit some of this out so you guys don't see me doing this for too long. And look at that. That didn't take no time. I'm going to get another paper. Oh, this one might not be big enough. That's okay. We can go like that. Alright. Pull that over. Okay. Well, that's drying. I'm going to pat that a little more dry. I'm going to take my baking dish. Now, my oven, I'm going to set it at, so this is a conventional oven. So normally, if convection oven, normally I would set it at 415 for a normal oven. I'm just going to set it at just shy of 400. Now you want to grease your pan with butter. Beautiful butter. And by the way, I did clarified butter as well, and I have a video that I posted just before this one. So if you want to see how I did my clarified butter, it's easy. See that, and it's worth the time. Or you can use duck fat. I've done both. You know, duck fat is awesome, but the clarified butter is traditional. So this is a butter wrapper that holds the butter. And I just use these, and it does the trick. Maybe I need a little more. 2 always does the trick. Perfect. Okay. Now, simple. Your oven's preheating. Now what's really important is that you do dry these potatoes. Don't put moist potatoes in there. Now you're going to need some black pepper. I use coarse. Some sea salt. We have a lot of sodium in our diets. And yeah, I'm using thyme. You don't have to use the thyme. That's not too traditional. Traditional is just the potatoes, the butter, and oh, look at that. Okay, all right, we're ready to go. So now we're going to take the potatoes, and you're going to start in the center. So you're going to put it in the center, and you're going to overlap them and go in a circle. And I like to use bigger potatoes at the bottom so that when you scoop it out, you're going to cut it like a pie almost. Well, yeah, like a pie. It's just easier to scoop out. So then we're going to go all the way around, and we're going to use about a fifth. Then I can use smaller potatoes on the side. Use the bigger ones in the middle. And we just go in a circle, overlapping, overlapping, overlapping. And this takes no time at all. By the way, this dish is so easy. If you made your clarified butter ahead of time, then no problem. This is going to take no time at all. Okay, now I got one layer. That's what it looks like. I'm going to season it. A little pepper, a little salt, half pinches. I'm going to drop some my silver thyme. You can use regular thyme. This is what I have in my garden. Alright, there. And then I am going to drop some of my clarified butter. See my description for how much you need, but you'll probably need, about 4 ounces, probably a little more than 4 ounces. But anyways, again, we start in the center with a big one, like that, and then we go big around it. And using a mandolin to cut it makes it so much more even. There we go. There we go. There we go. And this is a really easy dish, but it is so tasty. And the really little pieces, if you have a hole, you can fill it. I want to save that. That's a big one. Because we're going to do another layer. So on the side, I use the smaller ones. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, we need there. Okay, again, repeat. Salt, pepper, not too much. Now this time, a little less time than that bottom layer. Okay, and then just drizzle it with butter now. Your first layer, you did it kind of heavy, I wouldn't say heavy, but there. There we go. Heavier, I should say. And then you're going to do another layer. So again, from the center, and probably edit this because you guys are probably going, oh goodness gracious. I'm going to save a little bit because I need to put some on top. Oh, let's brush that. You don't have to, but it probably makes it more even. I mean, I usually brush it, so sometimes I forget, and it's fine, but you know. All right, in the middle, and you're going to use the rest of your potatoes beautifully. So the reason why we dry them is because we want the starch. We want them to, you know, if you rinse them, you would remove the starch. Okay, now this final layer, I'm going to just slightly overlap, not too much because I don't want it to burn to the side. Maybe a little more that way. And then you're going to judge this, because you want to cut all the way around, and if you don't have enough, then stagger it a little more, because you already did a good job covering that. And this one I'm going to tear in half. I'm going to tear this one in half too. There we go. I just want to make sure I got one more layer that kind of covers everything. Again, a little pepper, not too much. A little bit of salt, not too much. And use the rest of your clarified, golden, delicious. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Alright, so boom, boom, boom. Then you're going to like, Steve, what about the tarragon? Well, this is where I use the tarragon, which is hiding on me because all these. Okay, so now I'm going to drop the tarragon. There. And look at that. Oh. That's what it looks like. Now, I'm going to take my beautiful dish. Oh, my light's still on, so it's not at temperature yet. So I'm going to wait that it is at temperature. Now I'm just going to stick it in there for an hour. And boom, it'll be ready. Bonne soirée, bon appétit. All right, my Pommes Anna is ready. Oh my gosh, let's get this guy out. And look at that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to let it rest for, about 5-10 minutes. Now, you see all this extra clarified butter? I don't need that. So I am going to just pour that out into the next dish. And there you go. Now we're just going to let this rest. And we're going to cut it like a pie and serve it. And that's it. Bonne soirée, bon appétit, Pommes Anna. Subscribe. Share with the world. Love this. This will change your life. I promise you. Just eat it and you'll be amazed. Bonne soirée, bon appétit. So I'm going to pour this beautiful sauce, which is a brandy sauce, and cream, shallots, and just all this deliciousness on there. I'm going to, watch out Zoe, that's my dog. She likes to get in my feet, especially when I'm serving food. She loves it. I'm going to take one of my steamed zucchinis and drop it in there. And then we got la pièce de résistance, Pommes Anna. Super easy to make, delicious. So you serve it like a pie, and I'm going to cut it like that. Oh, there we go. And I'm going to take this, and the outer is really crispy. Oh, there, it's not cooperating. There we go. Super delicious. This is an amazing dish that I guarantee you, your whoever's will absolutely love. And so the outside's like almost like a potato chip, and the inside is just creamy and buttery and just delicious. So there you have it. You have a beautiful pork chop in a Dijon cream, peppered garlic sauce served with Pommes Anna, steamed zucchini. Life's good. Bonne soirée, bon appétit. Don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate it. And like if you liked it. Share if you like. I mean, a great recipe. And comment. I love comments. But anyways, this will change your life. Give it a try. Good night.